For a bill of $75.92, the first thing again I'm thinking about is rounding to a nearby number. So 75, it's almost 76. It's very close to 76. So I could use $76 and I might just do that. Then to find my tips, remember I can do 0.1 times 76 and that'll give me $7.60. I can double $7.60 and that's going to be 14 for the 7, and then the 60 is going to give me an extra, so $15.20. And then I can take half of 760, so 7.6 divided by 2, and that'll give me 5% tip, which then I can add to my 10% tip and get 7.6 divided by 2, that's going to be $3.50 plus 30, so $3.80 plus my $7.60. And when I add those two together, I get $10 and then $11.40. So I can find all three of those tip amounts using some slightly different methods. You may know some methods as well that you can use for mental math to try to figure out tips in a restaurant, or you may be one of those people who have never done it without a calculator. And so I'm going to challenge you to try some of these methods on your paper. If you've done them all using your calculator, try to do a couple just using mental math and see if you can do it or not. I bet you can. Now, to find the total bill, we'll add up the $7.60 to the $75.92, so I can write it out if I want. 75.92 plus $7.60. I add just like normal. The 9 and the 6 give me a 15. And when I add those two, I'm going to get 13. And then the 7 and 1 will give me an 8. So my total bill for this first one is $83.52. When I add that 1140, I can also do that on my calculator. 11.4 plus 75.92, and I get 87.32. And for the last one, since I'm on a roll, 15.2 plus 75.92, and I get $91.12. And here we had several strategies. I want to just try to write them out so that you kind of know what we were doing there. We converted the 10% to a decimal, and that gave us 0.10, and then multiplied that 0.10 by our estimated bill of $76 and got that $7.60. That's for the 10% tip. Now that you usually can do in your head because you just are moving the decimal one place left and then thinking about how much money it is. So that's an easy way to do it by hand, by mental math. And then remember to get the total bill, so we just add the tip to the bill. I do want you to notice that when we calculate a total bill, we're actually finding a percent increase from our restaurant bill. When we find that total bill, that's our percent increase. And in this case, that's a 10% increase over the restaurant bill, or an approximate. And this is an approximate 15% increase over the restaurant bill and an approximate 20% increase over the restaurant bill. Just so you can kind of put that terminology together. In a few minutes, we'll talk more about that.